What's going on, everyone? My name is BoIt and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology action. Spawning on the top of the map playing Zeus is TheMista. His opponent today is Magic, playing Hades in the red color on the bottom of the map. On the map, Alfheim. This is the Age of Mythology tournament, expert tournament finals hosted by Doobly in conjunction with RTS Sanctuary, with AOL Iron Maiden leading the charge. I want to throw a big shout out to the donor who did put forward the amount of money, the prize pool. That's always a good thing to see. Someone doing that for a game. It's like sort of unknown for someone just to put money out there just because he wants to see some quality recording games. It's currently 4-2, and last game, well, the game before last game and prior to that, I was saying this is a best of 13 series. And that's wrong. I'm going to say that is wrong. And in the game before this, I said it was a best of 9 series. Now, I looked that up before I started this game. It's actually not a best of 9 series. It's a best of 11 series. So it's 4-3. Sorry, 4-2. Mista versus Magic. It's a race to 9. Sorry, it's a race to 6. With the best of 11 series. So it's going to be wicked. I'm going to write in the description box how dumb I am in every single video and be like, this is best of 11 Age of Mythology Titan Expert Tournament. No, sorry, Age of Mythology Expert Tournament. Alright. Map is Alfheim. Last game we saw the reverse matchup of this. Zeus and Hades. Mista played Hades, Magic played Zeus. Now we have tables have turned. Hades player has a really strong back gold mine. Mista doesn't really have that great of a map. His Hunt, that's Hunt there, which is actually Mista's, I believe. That's Mista's there as well. Actually, no, that's a shared Hunt. That's both players' Hunt, I believe. That's Mista's. Yeah, that's Mista's. That's Mista's. That's Magic's. That's Magic's. And that there is Magic's, and that there is Mista's. So whoever controls this, I'm going to say wins the game. So whoever gets that Hunt wins the game. I apologise if any of the rain that's happening tonight is coming through on the recording. There's nothing I can do about it, and I put this off for way too long. So I'm just going to have to put up with it. I do apologise for it if it does come through in the recording, because it is pretty loud. It's coming through with my headphones, which are supposed to be noise cancelling, but they aren't really. Anyhow, the Auroch does get picked off by Mista. He's going to start hunting that. It's got good old 400 food in that Auroch. I'm going to be interested to see exactly what Mista chooses to do in this, because now Mista played Zeus a lot in the Titans, and he didn't do Athena very often. He did Hermes very often, so he knows Hermes inside out, and it looks like Magic's going for this deal quite early. So I think Mista actually needs to rush to get Magic off this hunt. But I know he doesn't know that, because he hasn't really scouted it. Anyway, he can see that's dead now. But I don't think he would be clicking on the deer constantly like that. It's a little bit odd. The scout's not going to go back there just yet. So he's got 2 villagers on the temples, which does indicate to me that he wants to go through Hermes, which doesn't surprise me because he's a very good Hermes player. I haven't seen him play Athena very much at all. I know he can do it, but he was doing a lot of 4-minute-ish Athena play against Set. It wasn't bad. It just didn't work because Magi was playing really well. If you haven't seen that series, I think I did cast some of it. So definitely go check that out, or go to RTS Sanctuary and have a look for Zeus vs Set, Mista vs Magi. Really good games on the Titans, that is. We do see house going up for Mista, and Mista with 5 villagers on food, getting that Jason out. Is he sending that straight over? Yeah, he's sending that straight to this hunt. He knows that this hunt is very, very contestable and he needs to get it. Magic, on the other hand, is just going to try and get it himself. Is he getting out his own hero? No, he's going for a very early Athena, and he's going to try and control this. But the Jason's going to be here early enough to push those villagers off which is going to be really nice for Mista, not quite so nice for Magic. He's going to be a little bit unhappy about having to move those villagers home. But he's already going to the classical age, so it's not like he's delaying his classical age. It's just sort of delaying his food income for a little bit. I hope that he goes for a stable stable archer composition, as opposed to Mista's Hermes play, which is going to be centaurs. He's got 10 villagers on wood, so he's going to be building a fair few of those. We see walls going up everywhere for Magic. He doesn't want to get raided by those centaurs at all. And he does have these two back Auroch, which I believe Magic has scouted. Oh, he hasn't scouted them, so I don't think he's actually going to see them all game, which is unfortunate for him. He does know, however. Does he know? Okay, he does know that there's 3 packs of Auroch, so that has to be another one. So it's either there, there, or there, or there, or there. Because that could potentially be his, because that's a very close Auroch in itself. Anyhow, getting the stable archery range up, Mista getting his centaur out immediately with an archery range going up, which I'm not sure how much I like. We see System Robust getting picked up by Magic. That's going to give him a 10% less villager cost, which is going to be really nice. The reason why I don't really think that an archery range goes well with Centaur is because Centaur are basically your Toxotes, except a little bit better. You're not going to have as many of them, obviously, but they're a little bit better in terms of population. Yeah, they cost 3 population, and 2 Toxotes aren't going to do the damage that 1 Centaur is going to do. I'm interested to see how many of these he builds as well. Is he going to get the upgrade for the Centaurs? Is he going to be running around to try and pick off some stuff with them? Because there's a wide open gap here for Mista to run his Centaur through, especially with an upgraded Centaur. You can just run them around forever and just deal ridiculous amounts of damage with them. In any case, let's see him push through and see if he can pick off a couple of Toxotes of himself, but I don't think at this point he's really got the army to be using his Jason so far in front. He does bolt that instantly. He does bolt that Ajax instantly, and those Centaurs need to be picking off Toxotes at the moment, not the Hippocon, because Hippocon have more pierce armor than these Toxotes, and Magic, he's got a bit of his work cut out for him now. That bolt really put Mista ahead. He did manage to pick off 2 units there? 3 units because of the Ajax. Ajax died, Toxote died, and Cavalry. So he's a little bit behind in terms of army at the moment. We see Centaur Hallmark out. He's now going to be able to run them around and really do a lot of damage to Magic's economy. And if he can move them in through this location here, and pick off some stuff, and that's going to be really, really key. You can see those going in there. He doesn't really know the layout. Excuse me. He doesn't really know the layout. He knows that there's a wood down there, so he can go over there and pick off that. He's managing to pick off 1 villager there, which was gathering some favor in an unsuspecting temple. Obviously, Mista's like, no, you're not allowed to pray to your gods. You're not allowed to. It's taboo. You're not allowed to do it. You better stay away from those temples. I think one thing which I want to demonstrate here with groups is always put 2 groups of centaurs. Each 2 centaurs you should have them in a separate group, because the amount of things 2 special attacks from a centaur can kill in one shot is crazy. So if you go up to these and you hit 5 and 6, if you have 4 centaurs, you will pick off 2 Toxotes instantly, and then you can just run away. And you just keep doing that in all game, and it's just really annoying for the opponent, and it's really efficient for you. And see, for some reason, Mista feels like producing Toxotes into his archery range, which is a little bit interesting. What is Magic doing on the hand? He doesn't really have any resources. He's got a lot of units. He's actually going for a full population army. Is he going to choose to go to the heroic age? And try and make a time push on one of these 2 gold mines. And he does have the restoration, and he does have the he will have Aphrodite, or he will go for Apollo and do a surprise attack and pick off a bunch of villagers, which is always nasty in itself. So that'll be interesting to see what he chooses to do there. Is there another centaur coming is what I want to know. looks like there's not. And ooh, nice pick up there. Well, unfortunately, centaurs are too fast for Chiron. A couple of these villages are going to get picked off for Mista. Actually, he's actually those villages are pretty quick. He's got 11 HP. You just have to hit him once more and manage to kill that one. And the other one's probably going to fall as well. So nice pick up for Magic there, training back those two villages, which those centaurs to pick off. And now Magic's got the thing on his hand. He's got his heroes up here, and a couple of these centaurs running right into the base of Magic running his centaurs right into the base of Mista. Now Mista's got all of these toxotes in a really nice choke point here to defend against, and centaurs running over to this wood pile over here, going to be able to pick off at least one villager, if not two. He doesn't quite have the... No, he's going to have to go for these villagers. He's too slow. You're too slow. He should be able to pick off at least 4 villagers here. There we go. He's picked off 2. Going for a third one. And Magic's got his work cut out for him because he's got his heroes out of his base. He's actually sent back his Ajax, which in my opinion is probably the... I don't know if it's the wrong decision. If you leave him in a spot like there, or you see where his centaurs are going and you just position your Ajax in a good spot. But this fight over here is... Oh, burn restoration way too early there. I don't think that this is a fight that's going to be very good for Magic at all. Mista going to retreat his villagers over into this location here, losing one villager, so he's definitely trading quite well at the moment. However, he just used restoration, which isn't a good thing. He's going to be able to pick up this centaur if he's not careful. Mista's not careful. 1 HP left. Oh, that's pretty disappointing if you're a Magic fan. And Mista picking off villagers left, right, and center though. This is definitely not worth it at the moment. I think Magic probably should have just retreated back into his base and tried to stop this raid going on, because this is crazy. Magic now has Aphrodite casting that straight down. Was he going to see a ceasefire at the moment, or is he just going to retreat his Toxotes back? So he's just going to let this keep on going on because he's happy picking off villagers left, right, and center. Magic's economy now, he's got almost 1,000 wood, so he's not really concerned at the moment about how many villages he has on wood, so he can probably take them off. He's going to move those villages forward to pick off that, take that forward town center and get a 4v2 town center lead. He now needs to probably retreat out of this location here. There's no need to fight that, and if he gets back here and he stops these centaurs running around in his base, where's the other two? Did he lose them? No, he's still running them around. He can move them over and pick off gold. He can move them over there and pick off that town center if he so chooses. But that Ajax just chasing the centaur around, it's not what you want to do. You need to put him on like a different thing. And we've got Achilles out. What's the speed of Achilles? 5.5 to 6.5. So the centaur is a little bit faster than the Achilles, but he's going to deal a lot of damage. Oh, he manages to pick one off. Oh, unlucky he didn't quite manage to do it. And it looks like Magic's in a quite nice position here. He's actually managing to pick off this gold mine and stop that getting mined. It's only got 1,000 gold left in it, so he can probably move out of his base to start doing something else. But this damage that Mista's doing, how many resources does Mista have? Ooh, not quite enough to go to the next age. I don't know what he's actually wanting to do though. Is he wanting to go to the next age, or is he just wanting to build some units out? He's going to get that. Well, he probably could have if he stopped building that Jason and perhaps got building something else. Imagine to pick up another centaur though. That's probably going to be enough to throw this army off guard. And the centaur again running rampant onto Magic's economy. You can just see all of the villages that are dying right now. If he can pick off at least 3 villages here, I think, probably even more than that. It's going to be able to be 4, not quite. Probably going to just be the 3. Unfortunate for Mista, fortunate for Magic. And all this fight is going pretty good for Mista now. He's actually managed to pick off Magic's army. A bunch of idle villagers, however, they might want to go and do something. Mista might want to think about getting Shaft Mine now, or Pickaxe for one, because he's got a lot of villagers on gold and he needs to start building army. And these centaurs just... The most frustrating thing is when centaurs streak into your base, and you were so close to stopping that. All you needed to do was waste that extra gold on the walls, but you didn't do that, did you, Magic? So he's just going to keep on running around and picking off stuff. Those units aren't enough to pick off these centaurs. You can actually one-shot a bunch of those. Oh, he didn't focus that very well. You can see he was one-click attack. We only needed to have one of them attack. Two of them attack one Toxidote, two of them attack the other Toxidote. Toxidotes would have died, and then go from there. But the issue now is it's what Mista's got to do. He's got a Polo, so he's going to use that to try and grab that Town Center or Gold Star. I don't think Gold Star is great because he's got this, because Magic's got this gold mine secured in terms of close to Town Center. If he uses Undermine on this gold mine, then on the Town Center, then he's going to get the Town Center. Sorry, he's going to use Undermine on the Town Center, get the Town Center, get a 3v3 Town Center, and then he can build a fortress here, pressure this location. But I don't know if he's actually going to be able to do that. You see a bunch of villages here. Is he going to pick off them? Nope. Yep, maybe some of them. Yep, looks like he's going for them. Oh, not quite. He's going to have to retreat out of that location there. And we see a bit of a predicament for Mista. We see the Magic now has Apollo. He finally said, okay, the Centaurs have got out of my base. I've had enough of them. I'm going to wall up, stop them from running in here. But while that happens, Mista somehow just raiding everywhere on the map, just doing the good stuff with those Centaurs, winning it, doing it well. I'm going to retreat back over to this location over here, just picking off everything. Like he knew, he just knew. I don't know how he knew. I didn't see it. I'd go back and watch it, but he knew. I mean, he saw villagers go out this way, and he didn't see them come back in. They built the town center. Could have been on the wood or on the gold mine, whichever. Toxitoes retreating out here. Oh, that's gotta hurt if you're a Mista fan right there. Those Achilles and Ajax doing a bunch of damage to those Centaur, and that Jason getting picked off as well for free. The wall's going up, however, for Mista. He's going to be building out a Petropoli. He does have the army advantage here, so he can pick off this location probably easily. I'm not sure if that's quite enough yeah, that is. He's actually going to be able to pick off the archery range first, and then the fortified, and then the town center if he wants to. And he's just going to keep on picking off Toxidos with all of those Centaur Polemark. And he can actually win this fight if he wants to fight it, but I think he should probably get out his Jason again and his Odysseus, because heroes are going to be the brunt. They're going to do what they need to do. He's going to throw up another fortress as well. Smart play by Mista. Magic on the other hand might want to think about throwing up some of his own fortress as well, just to counter those Petropoli. And you see that Mista's just pushing in here and picking off Toxidos and stuff. The villagers falling there, but we see this Petropoli just, I don't know, he's picking off the archery range really slowly. You might want to think about getting some more out. He's sitting at only 121 supply to Magic's. Oh, Magic's is below 100 supply, 97 supply. So Mista's still got a very nice lead for himself at the moment. I think if I was Mista, I would build that, I'd build a Phoenix and I'd send it over here. Just because we don't want to see that happening. We'll see that Mista does manage to pick off that location a little bit. He did lose one Centaur for a villager, which isn't the best trade. Picks off another villager as well. So 2 villagers for 1 Centaur, which is okay. But I don't know, the Centaur might have been really low HP as well. So it might have been okay to sacrifice him. We see the archery range only at 44 HP. Just finish it off. Just catapult. Go catapult. We see the second fortress up as well. Mista not quite. His economy's a bit whack at the moment. He's got 56 favor with about 800 gold. And he's actually losing a lot of units here, but the fortress is doing a lot of damage to those Peltast and Toxitote. He's got 2 of those Petropoli going to be able to pick off the archery range now, and then move forward onto that town center. Actually, he's just going to ignore the archery range and go straight for the town center. Now he's got 2 of those stuff, and you can actually see there that archery range fell due to the Petropoli fire, which is kind of odd because the town center is the archery range is such a low distance, and if the ball's going to hit the thing, a bit weird. And you have the third Petropoli out now. He's going to pick off that town center incredibly quickly. There's no masons, no fortified town center. Magic's just going to retreat back and he needs to build something up. He's building a fortress here, which I don't think is a great idea. I think if he had let Mista get this town center, grabbed this town center and came back with 145 population army and a fortress a bit back, then he can use this location here behind the forest just to stop that town center from doing anything. Anyhow, it looks like the town center is falling for Magic, and Mista's going to be able to control the outcome of this game with the map control he gets from this town center. He's also got Underworld, we have to remember, so he can always do that back attack. You see that this gold mine is also down on its last legs. The gold mine over here is going to start getting mined. And we see a Manticore coming out now. Don't see them every day. Manticore are my favorite myth unit to mass, as a little fun fact. If anybody ever had a trivia question there, like Manticore, my favorite unit to mass. They cost the same wood as a town center. They cost the most favor for any myth unit, not any, like one of the most favors for any heroic myth unit. And they're not that good by themselves, but once you get 5 of them, holy shit do they do damage. They do so much damage once you get them massed. It's like crazy. Unless they're fighting against like a cavalry army, in which case it's not that great. But their special attack is so good. We see Petropoli of Magic now coming out. He's sitting at 130 population. Magic sitting at 130 population. But Mista has the Manticore. A Manticore. Who can get picked off really quickly if he doesn't back her up very well. And if you focus that Manticore into the middle of those archers, then it's going to do so much damage. And he is trying to focus fire that Petropoli down as soon as possible. It's only got 89% pierce damage, so he's got that happening quite nicely there. The Fortress doing a lot of damage in itself as well, picking off some of those Hades Shades. Manticore focus firing all of those Toxotos as well. I think now that Mista's actually fallen a little bit behind here. Magic's army is very, very strong, but he doesn't have any Petropoli of his own to push through onto Mista's units. Mista got a couple of those Manticore in queue as well, so he's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mass Manticore. I'm going to win this game with Manticore. He's got 2 of them on queue, which is a good sign. That's almost 5, and that's almost a lot. And we see Hera coming up. Holy Hera. Hera's going to be devastating for Magic. Magic's not even close to the Mythic Age as well, so like Lightning Storm on that, you can only garrison 10 units into that fortress, which is going to be and they're not even close, so this is not going to be good for Magic. I can't see this resulting in anything which is good. We see 3 of these Petropoli coming up over here. Going to just cast Lightning Storm right away and not going to even wait. And those, look at all that death. It's like a zillion bolts at once, except not quite bolts because they don't do that much damage. I can't tell you how much damage Lightning Storm does in total, but I'm pretty sure it works off a HP thing. And if you look at now Magic's army, he just lost, like, he was at 145, and now it's 115. So that's crazy amounts of lossage there. And the fortress is taking hurt there with those 3 Manticore at the back, doing a ridiculous amount of damage to Mista. And Mista got on for like sort of a last-ditch effort here just to push through. If he can hold onto this region here, then he wins the game. Remember, 4 town centers is more than 2 town centers by a lot. So he's just pushing through here, and he's got the Nemean line, he's got a lot of stuff at the back, and that's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, he just lightning stormed his army, and he actually lost that fight pretty badly. Now Mista has to hold on over here. But remember, he's using that Centaur Polymarch over there not to really do anything. So it's 3 population, it's not doing anything. You need all the population you can master in this game. And he's building a couple of these Hoplite as well. Hoplite are really good in the late game against like just anything. And they actually beat Toxotos one-on-one, even though Toxotos counter them. It's kind of odd to think about it. But yeah, no, they're strong. That Hercules doing not much either. I'm a little bit intrigued as to how Mista's going to push through here. He still has what's it called? Oh, that's how he's going to do it. He still has Underworld Passage, but he's got this. That's in range right there. In range of that town center. So that's going to be a pain for Magic. But Magic's known. Magic sees. She's sending those Hippicon around to deal with that. That villager in the middle of nowhere cannot wall it in. And actually, no, he's not even sending it to the Metropolis. He's just sending it to the villagers. But the Bellerophon's out. 22 attack damage per second. Not, yeah, and he does 100 attack damage per leap attack, which is on like a 6-second cooldown or something like that. Crazy business there. And this Bellerophon, you see him jump on one of those, dead, basically dead. That's not something you see from a Son of Osiris. I do think that Bellerophon is stronger than Son of Osiris. And in fact, you can build him again. He just needs nerfing. Like, he's so strong. See the first fortress of Mista getting picked off. However, now Mista has Bellerophon. Those Petropoli die in one shot. Heliopoli are going to come in here and prevent that going up, I hope. And we see that one die instantly, and then the second one die very close to instantly. And as soon as his special's back up, he can just jump onto whatever he wants and do the damage that needs to be done. And you see how much like that. Those Toxotos are focus firing the Bellerophon. If he was running that around, then he wouldn't be taking any damage because he's got 6 speed. So it's not even like anything can kill it. You need to kill it with hack damage units because it's invincible. Okay, it looks like Mista pushing in now. Going to be able to pick off this fortress. He's getting that town center up. He knows he needs it. He knows he's got. I think he knows he has the resources to build it and control it now for some reason. And he's got a ceasefire, so he can always get it. There's no doubt about that. I mean, maybe he's making his life a bit harder for himself than it needs to be. Sending in 6 villages, which is enough to build it under ceasefire. I think he's going to do that. You see town center going up. Is he going to cast ceasefire? Does he need to cast ceasefire? Looks like, I don't know. I don't know if what he's going to do. It's a little bit odd. Okay, so he's just going to be spamming into this location. He can build another Petropoli and try and kill that off and wall that in. And it looks like Magic's trying to build it up now. And Mista is just like a town center war. Mista doesn't particularly care. He's just like, you're wasting that many villages building this up with 300 wood, 300 gold. I know you don't have that much resources in your bank because you're struggling to produce against me. And we see the Manticore. We see the Manticore dealing that damage. I just want to zoom in on that face. Manticore, half lion, half dragon. I think. What is it? Oh, it's in French. I can't read French. That's not good. Why is my game in French? Oh, champion Toxotes now. Does he have any? No, he doesn't. Okay. He's building up a temple now because you can get out some of those more Manticores or perhaps Medusa. He's actually going for Medusa. That's a bit interesting. And looks like at town center, it's looking awfully close to going up, but he's just going to be attempting to pick off those villages. He's going to send some of those hoplites over to stop that going up. I think if it goes up, it's going to be disastrous. He's actually trying very hard to get that up, but looks like Mista's having none of that. Getting those villages to stop it going up. 3,000 HP, awfully close. Awfully close. And that Nemean Lion has no idea what it waits itself. It's going to get turned to stone. Unless he forgets about it, which would be unfortunate because that's a really strong unit. Come on, Mista. Come on, Mista. Get the Medusa over here. Come on. Come on. It's like Mista's just throwing units in here and Magic's just throwing units in here and just continuously. How's Magic going for resource wise? He's actually getting his resources up there quite nicely. But his production is actually lacking a little bit. We see that not only did the Nemean Lion die, but also the special thing of the Medusa came. So he managed to move his Medusa, which is good. Bellerophon up again. Time for the goodness of that, which is Medusa. I don't understand why Mista doesn't just get that town center with ceasefire. That's the one thing which doesn't make any sense in this game. It's like, I'm not going to use ceasefire, I've got it. I'm also not going to use underworld passage onto that gold mine, which would be so devastating. It's kind of odd, if you ask me. Okay, so here's what you do. You jump your Bellerophon in, and then you start running him around. And then what happens is, or when he starts focus firing it, you run him around. And you can actually also use the Bellerophon to one-shot villages and stuff. And there we go, Mr. Now building that town center with 2 villages, 6 villages. Oh, even more. That village is not doing anything though. Odd. And I think what's going to happen is if Magic picks off this fortress, then he can cast Ceasefire and safely get that town center without any hassle. Because if you cast Ceasefire, it's an opportunity for your opponent to build a lot of siege into that fortress and then just have them right next to the town center without them being stopped, and then just rip that town center down extremely quickly. But if it's down, then you can build the town center up with no hassles whatsoever. As Magic getting pushed back by the awe and mightiness, the might of those champion Toxodos and Medusa. Magic not having any of those upgrades formed from Ares or Apollo, who's gone, Athena, and the other god, which I can't remember right now because it's Aphrodite. Yes, Aphrodite it is. And Mista now with 160 population getting the healing temple upgrade, temple of healing. He just would. He would, wouldn't he? And I would notice it too. That's why he got it. He's like, BoIt's going to cast this game. I'm going to get that temple of healing. He's going to notice it. I'm going to giggle. Yes, you make me giggle. Okay, so this game still isn't over. Just because Mista's grabbed that town center doesn't mean it's over. Magic still is even in this game in terms of map control and in terms of the game. He's just a little bit behind in tech. So, what Magic needs to do is catch up on tech and then use his either Earthquake. Excuse me, I'm a bit tired. He needs to use either Earthquake or Plentyvolt and Colossi. But Medusa are here, so Medusa are going to be a bit of a nuisance as well. But Colossi, so Colossi aren't really an option. So, ooh, what's he doing? Is he going to go for the town center? What's he doing? He doesn't have that. He's got what? 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 I'm being really quiet because I don't understand. Was his spider senses were tingling. He knows that. No, there's a gold mine over here. What are you doing? You're gonna lose all of these villages. Oh my god. His spider senses were tingling. He's coming over here. He's gonna try and stop any gold mines getting gathered. Does Magic know about that back gold mine? He does. He can go and get it. It's not even an issue. Poor choice by Magic there, but Mista, that gold mine, that underworld passage made no sense to me whatsoever. Like, I was waiting for it, but it just didn't happen. Is Artemis now getting queued up? Can Magic use Artemis to its advantage? Mista probably does have Masons though, so Artemis isn't going to be enough to kill off the town center, but it's still going to be able to do some damage, which is what he's going to need to do. But Mista now putting on pressure on this gold mine, which looks like Magic really needs. Magic's only got 80 gold. And if he can win this, if Mista can win this fight, then he can win the game. Remember, Bellerophon getting healed up by the town center. That's actually really, really quick. That's actually almost borderline OP. I can see why he got it now. It's not just a troll. Like, that's actually a really, really good upgrade. Especially for the Bellerophon. It means you don't have to keep buying 400 gold Bellerophon, especially when you've got very little resources to spend. Because you need to spend so much on units. And he's just, he's going to retreat that back and he's just going to, it's brilliant. He's just going to heal up next to the temple. Does it only heal one thing at a time though? Not sure. Oh, Bellerophon was picked off. Dies over here. He tried. Try as you can. And you see Magic with Artemis. Is this going to be enough? Is this going to be the push which wins him the game? As Mista continues to pump units through that underworld. Is he gonna force the Is he gonna force the earthquake here? No, he could use it here. That'd be a better spot to use it, I think. What? What? That's not even in... Oh, it is, but it's not. Oh, he managed to build the town center. Oh, Magic, you're so good. Generally what happens is the earthquake doesn't do damage. If you click right on top of the town center, it doesn't really do anything. And Magic resigns? Why does he resign? 100 population, 140 population. But, do you think he's got no gold? I don't know, I don't think this... Oh, there we go. That'll do it. He's got Petropoli attacking his town center from a location he cannot defend against. I missed that. Okay, GG, Magic taps out. Oh, it's now 5-2. 5-2 in this best of 11 series. One more game to cast, one more game to watch. You better be there. I'm going to cast for you. I'll see you guys next time. Well, in the next game, which is going to happen now. So you better watch it.